Good morning, children. We are moving to the first section of this chapter, that is the French Revolution and the idea of nation. Hope you all clear about the French Revolution which you have learned last year. So the first clear expression of nationalism in Europe came with the French Revolution in 1789. So the French Revolution's importance is it gave the world the three important ideals, which are they? Liberty, equality and fraternity. Okay. France, as you would remember, was a full-fledged territorial state in 1789 under the rule of an absolute monarch. Hope you did not forget Bourbon dynasty which ruled over France. The political and constitutional changes that came in the wake of the French Revolution led to the transfer of sovereignty from monarchy to a body of French citizens. So the most important change that happened due to French Revolution was the transfer of power or sovereignty from monarchy to a body of French citizens. And the revolution proclaimed that it was the people who would henceforth constitute the nation and shape its destiny. And one more thing is there, the revolution declared that it was the people who would henceforth, hereafter, the people will be constituting the nation and shape the destiny, not the absolute rulers. So, French Revolution of 1789 popularized the idea of nationalism in France. That's why I have told you French Revolution is the first clear expression of this nationalism in Europe. Then, immediately after the French Revolution, the revolutionaries had tried their level best to create that sense of nationalism among the French people. They have introduced the idea of la patrie or the fatherland and les citoyens, and all citizens were guaranteed with equal rights. Then a new tricolor national flag was adopted, replacing the old royal standard. Then hymns were composed, martyrs commemorated, all in the name of a nation, and people took oath to stay united. A centralized administrative system was put in force with uniform laws, and uniform system of weights and measures was adopted. Then internal custom duties were abolished to promote trade within the country. French as it was written and spoken in Paris was adopted as the common language for the nation. So here you can see, even though it was a country, there was no centralized administrative system. There was no system of uniform weights and measures. That is, weights and measures were there, but it will be weighed differently in different places. We all know that all over the world we use this system of kilograms. Now, for example, as a measure to weigh things, right? You all know 1000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So maybe the units are same, but it weighed differently in different places. So all those things came to an end with the French Revolution. And internally customs duties were there. You know that now we buy things from the other country. We have to pay, if we are going to some other country, I buy certain things and coming, we have to pay the customs duty. But here in France, it was between the different places of France itself, customs duties were there. So all those internal customs duties were abolished. Then the revolutionaries further declared that it was the mission and the destiny of the French nation to liberate the people of Europe from despotism. In other words, to help other people of Europe to become nations. So the revolutionaries decided it will be their destiny because they are now enjoying the freedom from monarchy or despotism. So they wanted the same to be felt by the other countries of Europe. So this resulted in a series of revolutionary wars. You have learned about, I hope, Napoleon Bonaparte, who became the ruler of France through a military coup. Okay, a military coup, he has become the ruler of France in 1799, just 10 years after the revolution. So he was the leader of those revolutionary wars because he led the French army to different countries, and through the wars he became a hero among the French people, and it was very easy for him to get the power in France. So French revolutionaries wanted to liberate the people of other European countries. I have told you, they started wars against other European countries, and students and middle class people of other European countries were attracted by the ideas of French Revolution. They formed Jacobin clubs. They wanted to end autocracy in their countries. Hope you remember the rule of Jacobin club in France, which established equality before law, those equality, bread, all those things. I hope you did not forget. Okay. And they welcomed Napoleon's army. They considered him as a liberator. So Napoleon is coming here to liberate us also from the hands of despotism. That is what the people felt. Now we will learn about Napoleonic Code. Napoleon no doubt destroyed democracy in France. You know that in 1789, through French Revolution, the power was given to the people. But here, once again, Napoleon destroyed democracy in France. But in the administrative field, he had incorporated revolutionary principles, and he introduced a civil code popularly known as Napoleonic Code in 1804. And that Napoleonic Code abolished privileges based on birth. Hope you remember there were 3 estates. First 2 estates were exempted from taxation. All those things were there. But all those privileges based on birth has been removed by Napoleonic Code. You have born in a particular family won't be the reason for your privilege, but you have to work hard to prove your privilege. And it established equality before law. Then it guaranteed right to property. Then it simplified administrative system, abolished feudal system. Feudal system was a kind of socio-economic system that existed in almost all of the European countries during that time. Initially, the people of other European countries welcomed French army. They considered it as a liberating army. But later, they have turned against the French rule due to the following reasons. The European nation lost their political freedom. They went under French rule. One thing. Second thing, increased taxation, or Napoleon has increased the taxation in the areas he had conquered, and introduced censorship. What to be published will be checked by the government. That is mean by the term censorship. And people were forced to join French army. So forced recruitment to French army. These are the reasons for the hostility of the people towards French army. In the beginning, they welcomed the French army because they believed they are harbingers of liberty. But soon it changed to hostility because of increased taxation, censorship and forced recruitment. So in the areas conquered also, Napoleon had introduced a lot of changes. That is, he abolished a feudal system. Listen, under feudal system, the king will be the owner of the land and he will be distributing it to the nobles. They will distribute the land to other nobles, and again it will be given to the people who till on the land, like that. You know about that Janmi Kudiyan system in our state Kerala. You have heard something similar to that. And he simplified administrative system, abolished serfdom and gave freedom to serf. Serf means a person who work under a feudal lord. So that the serf has to till on the land and give a share to the person, and he will be continuously serving his feudal lord. All those things had been abolished by Napoleon. And he introduced uniform laws, uniform currency, and uniform system of weights and measures. Manorial dues were abolished. Manorial dues means the dues related to feudalism. If I am a feudal, I am in a serf, serving a feudal lord, I may have some dues which I have to give to the lord 2 or 3 years back. Okay, and all those dues were abolished. Transport and communication facilities were developed. Guild restrictions were removed. Guild means a kind of trade business or trade organization, especially in the cities. They will control all the trading activities of that particular place. So the control of the guild was removed by Napoleon. And Civil Code 1804 abolished all privileges based on birth. I have already told you. So let us just see the impact of French Revolution on other European countries. French Revolution spreads idea like liberty, fraternity, equality among the Europeans. Then Jacobin clubs were formed. Liberalism spread. People opposed absolute monarchy and the power of the nobles. People welcomed French army. They considered it as a liberating force. And then absolute monarchy was overthrown in some countries. Later people turned against French army because they began to consider it as an aggressor. Children, all of you, read the textbook well. With this we completed one section. Okay, so read the textbook well today itself. And here is the questions for you. Answer these questions and send it to me in my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you, children. Have a great day.